Hello everybody, it's Michelle and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make collard greens and I thought I would share it with you. Collard greens is one of my favorite vegetables and it's a southern dish. So I thought I would show you how I make them. There is many ways that you can make them. So if you have a different way that you make them, let me know in the comments below because I'd love to know some different ideas. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Click that little red subscribe button and hit the notification bell and you will know when I upload new material. So let's get started. Okay, so I need collard greens, which I buy the bags of greens that are already chopped and they're washed and all that good stuff. So I buy one huge bag. I got these actually at Walmart. And they are already, like I said, chopped. And I also add a bag of mixed greens, which are, these I find at Walmart also, and they are collard greens, kale greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens. If I can find these, I add them to my collards, but you don't have to do this. This is just something that I do. But, you know, it's kind of a way to sneak these veggies in for my kids. So I tend to buy one of these if I can and throw it in my batch. I also need a ham steak, which I do ham steak if this is gonna be our dish. Like this is our main dish. So we're just gonna eat ham and collard greens. So I will do a ham steak. If you are just having it as a side dish, I also use smoked pork neck bones. That's something you can use also if you prefer to have neck bones. So that is my meat. I will need some peppers, salt and pepper. I'm gonna do some olive oil. Now some people use lard, go right ahead. You know, I try to get my olive oil in if I can, try to be a little healthy yet have the flavor. So I'm gonna do olive oil. I need apple cider vinegar and sugar in a big huge pot. Okay, so there's my pot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, hopefully you guys can see me. I'm going to cut this ham up and I'm going to just take it off the bone and, you know, do all that good stuff. I buy these little disposable gloves. I think I said that before. When I'm working with meats and things that I don't really want to deal with, I will use my little gloves here. Plus, it's just better for sanitation reasons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my greens and I'm gonna toss them in my pot, okay? So I'm gonna get these little guys open. I'm gonna throw them in this pot. Hopefully you guys can see me. So there's bag number one. Bag number two. Hopefully everybody's doing well. During this quarantine, I figured I'd do some recipes for you guys. And I don't know, if you guys like it, I'll continue to do it. And I'll just do both. I even thought of, instead of just being traveled, you know, to do both. So we'll see how it goes. I don't mind sharing, you know, hey. Okay, so this is what the greens look like, guys. I don't know if you can see them, but see, they're shredded, okay? Now you can get your own collard greens and you can wash them, you know, if you get a fresh pack and do them yourself, which are delicious, by the way. I love fresh collard greens like that. And Tim and I used to be really funny. We would not, that's all we used to do. Now they have these conveniently done, so I've been buying them like this. Okay, so I have my collards in here. So I'm going to get this ham, and like I said, I'm gonna cut it up. And I have my handy dandy knife here, and I'm gonna give these things a. Now, you can elect to put the fat in if you want, guys. I don't, because I know you guys are gonna be like, what? That's the best part. Like I said, I try to use different means of fat, you know, if I can. Not sure what that was. Something came out of the green. So yeah. So I'm going to chop this up, okay? There's no special way to do it. Just chop it up, throw it in the pan. I had my littler knife is dirty, so I have to use this big one, you know? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do here with this, is I'm gonna cut it up. It's so funny because not a lot of people like collards, you know, they're like, oh, really, you know? I love them, guys, I really do. And I used to, back in the day, make them a lot more fattening than I do now. I mean, I used to stick lard in them, and you know, I don't cook that way anymore if I don't have to. You know, I tried to be, you know, I'm not saying you know, we're all the way super healthy with it, but I've tried to curb it a little bit, you know, but still yet have, you know, what we like. And, so yeah, and neck bones, like I said, smoked neck bones are the way I usually do them. If now the thing with smoked neck bones is I will tell you, they will splint off. So if you have kids eating, I probably would just do a ham or something, because you never know if you're going to get one of those pieces of bone, you know, and they really do hide, you know what I mean? They'll break off. I usually catch it, but you know, it's, if you have a child, I don't know if I would do that. Okay, and of course my dog Hunter's over here behind me. He's enjoying the fact that I'm in the kitchen. I have what I call VIP kitchen guests with my dogs when I'm in here. It's funny. They know where to find me when I'm in here. This little bone that's in the center of this ham steak, and you can do, you know, even if you want to, like if you have leftover ham, you know, you could do that. And some people use bacon, guys. I have heard of people using bacon. So, you know, anything to give it some flavor, some kind of flavor. So I'm going to get rid of that part, and I'm just going to put around this edge here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw away this other bit of stuff. So toss it into the bag here, the garbage. And I'm going to take my handy dandy gloves off now. I have my ham in here, as you guys can see. Hopefully you can see. Okay, so I have the ham in here, and I have the greens in here. I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, okay? So here's 1, and here's 2, okay? I'm gonna take these peppers, and I'm gonna put 3 of them in there. Now you can do as you want. I don't make it super spicy because of the kids, but do what you want. You know what I mean? You can add a hotter pepper if you want. If there's any juice that comes in here, I usually don't mind. I let it just kind of drizzle in there. But I put about 3 in there. Okay, so I have my peppers in there. My husband actually grows the red ones out on the bush outside, but they're way too hot, so we're not going to go there with that. Okay, and then I do 3 tablespoons of vinegar, okay? If you want more, go right ahead. And I do use the apple cider vinegar. I'm assuming you could just use white vinegar if you want, but I've just always used apple cider. Sugar, I'm gonna take and do 2 tablespoons. So I do 3 tablespoons of vinegar and 2 tablespoons, and of course, sorry for the dogs barking. My lawn guys are outside, so my dog's having a fit. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar. And if, like I said, if you want more, you know, it's to what you like. Okay, and then I'm going to put in, I just salt and pepper to taste. So whatever, I usually do about 1 to 3 pinches of salt and 3 pinches of black pepper. And I use coarse ground pepper. So that's it. Okay, I'm gonna fill this up with some water and I'm going to cook this all day. I'm gonna actually cook this all day, guys. I will put this on the stove now and I'll bring it to a boil and then I will simmer it and I'll cook them all day until, like, it is, right now it's about 1:30. I'm a little late putting them on, so a little later putting them on, but I'm gonna cook these all day. So we will probably eat these about 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. So at least 6-7 hours, longer the better. And that's it. So I will show you through the cooking process as I go along, and then I'll show you the finished result. And like I said, if you have any ideas of what to throw in here, let me know. I would love to know your suggestions because I love collard greens. And what better way to eat them is to throw some ham in here or whatever you have. If, you know, they make a great dish, whether they're by themselves. And, you know, collard greens are even a great dish to wrap up lunch meat in. If you have the leaves, you can do those. So yeah, so there it is. And I will be back with you. Bye for now. So I wanted to show you how much water that I have in here, guys. Let me get my handy dandy spoon. If you can see, oh, right there, see. So I will get this going. I have it on high and I'm gonna get it started. And then once it gets up to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down. Okay. Just kind of get all that in there. Okay. Okay, so these have gotten to a boil. So they're starting to change color. That's good. So once it gets to this rapid boil, I'm gonna turn my heat down and I'm gonna turn it to medium low, or, you know, depending on your stove, but you just want it to a simmer. So reduce your heat to a simmer and add a lid, cover it up, and then let it simmer for many hours. And I will show you guys when it's done. So this is gonna simmer for, I'm gonna let it simmer for about 3 or 4 hours. I'm just gonna take the top off and stir it. Now you will need to add water as this goes down. So when your water levels start going down, just add just some more water in there, cover it back up and let it continue on its way. So I'll be back. My collards here. Oh my goodness, look at that. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. So far they've been on for about 3 hours. And they're doing really good. And I usually just keep the water like right there, just to where they're just gently covered, you know, just enough. And then I'll add more water if I need it. But they are coming out really nice and I wish you guys could smell them. So, okay, so this is my greens. They are completed. Marissa's having them with shrimp. This is what they look like, 2 bags, and they're done. So, bye for now.